Hello, welcome to MBA738, Data Mining for Business Analytics. My name is Amit Datta and I will be your instructor. In this introductory video, I'd like to do two things. One is to give you an overview of the course so you know what to expect by way of content. And second, since this is an online course and Blackboard will be the major platform through which we deliver the course and interact with you, I want to spend a few minutes going over the organization of the course on Blackboard so that you don't waste time looking for things, hunting around for things. So coming back to the overview of the course. This course is really all about extracting patterns from data and then making smart business decisions from them. So that's the what. Okay? And the word mining in the title of the course is particularly apt, and it alludes to that, the extraction of patterns from data. That's the what about the course. And its analogy with physical mining is quite appropriate, actually. Just as in physical mining, you have a lot of raw material and you have techniques for sifting through them and finding the elements or compounds that are of interest to you, you will find similar activities here where you'll be running through a lot of raw data and trying to extract patterns of interest, because the raw data by itself is useless. It's the patterns themselves that tell you something about the underlying phenomenon, and that forms the basis for actionable actionable decisions. So the course is all about extracting patterns from data. That's the what. Now, why? Obviously, one of the things is that we are drowning in data in the digital world today. Everything is being digitized, so we have access to a lot of data. And as storage costs have gone down, as processing costs have gone down, and software capabilities have improved, this technology has become much more and more democratic. That is, it has moved out from the domain and hands of expert to the average end user, so that more people can benefit from this technology and more people can utilize it to make better business decisions. However, the bulk of the course will be devoted to the how. How do you go about doing data mining? So I've spent just a minute telling you about the what and the why. So it's about how. So in that sense, there are two aspects to the course. One is conceptual. So you will learn a fair number of tools and techniques to do data mining. And the second part is interpreting the results. Just you can't apply them blindly. Every tool has its strengths and weaknesses. So we must know how to apply them to interpret the results, and so apply them effectively and meaningfully to make good business decisions. So that's the conceptual part. That's the foundation, conceptual foundation. Then we will not be doing any hand calculations, of course. To save us from the drudgery of the computations, we will be using a software, namely RapidMiner. So there is a hands-on component of the course as well. And when I show you the organization of the course on Blackboard, you will find those two clear components in the content. One is the conceptual part, and the other is the hands-on part. Now, one thing I would just alert you to, working with and getting up to a decent level of proficiency with any software package takes a fair amount of time. So please allocate a reasonable amount of time to work with the software. The software is pretty user-friendly, but still, as with any software, I would not want to minimize the effort that would be needed to get to a reasonable level of proficiency with it. Okay. So with that, just a broad overview, let me go to the Blackboard organization, and I'll have more to say about some of the content, but more importantly, how it's organized on Blackboard. So let me see over here. So here's the course site on Blackboard. Yeah, I hope you can see it. Now, on the left-hand side, this is probably the same structure that you've seen in your other online courses. So on the top part over here, you have some high-level links. Of course, there's the link to the syllabus here, that if you click on it, you would see the syllabus. Let me get back to the home page here, getting started. So let me just point out the major components of the course. So on the left-hand side over here, you have the main links for the syllabus. And I would advise you strongly to look at the course schedule, because that gives you a high-level view of the different deliverables, what's deliverable every week and when. Okay. And then, I will in a few minutes, I will tell you about 2 online sessions that I will have every week. which are optional to attend. And the Zoom links for attending those sessions you will find here where it says Zoom session links. If you click on those, you will find two sets of links. One is links to Zoom sessions that are scheduled, and the other is links to sessions that have been recorded. Every Zoom session will be recorded so that if you are unable to attend one or you want to go back and review its contents for any reason, you can do so. Okay, now this other link over here, the RapidMiner software, this link takes you to a document that gives you full instructions on how to download the RapidMiner Studio software and install it. The software is free. Okay, and now following that, you have every week's link. So if you click on any 1 week, as I was telling you a little while back, there are two major components to the course. One is conceptual, the tools, the conceptual foundations, which provide the tools and techniques for doing data mining. And the second component is the hands-on component with the software. That's typically how you will find every week organized. Okay, so you can see over here, every week has a couple of minutes of overview of the contents for that week. And then you can see this learning material. You will see the learning material, which is the conceptual component. And if you click on this learning module, you will see the lectures. I have videotaped my lecture, what corresponds to a face-to-face lecture. It's interactive, is multimedia. So this part is the conceptual part. And then there will be a second part where you have RapidMiner demonstration. So you have several videos, each maybe 10-15 minutes long, that show you how to use that particular piece, how to use RapidMiner software to do various things. So for example, if I were to go to another week, let me go to week 5. There again, this particular technique is decision trees, and you will see a couple of minutes of overview of the contents of that week. That's this video. And then if you scroll down, you see there's this learning module again, which is the conceptual portion, which is my multimedia lecture covering the conceptual content for that week, and then followed by RapidMiner video. So you will always find these two pieces in the content for every week. Now, every week has assignments. So here's another piece of information that I wanted to share with you, and this is purely advisory. This is my suggestion to you about how you might want to organize your week. Every week starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday here. So that's the week. My suggestion to you would be, of course, you're free to organize it any way you wish, depending on your own preferences and circumstances. My suggestion to you would be to spend the first 3 days of the week reviewing and understanding the conceptual foundations for that week. And then the following 2 days, Thursdays and Fridays, focus on the RapidMiner techniques associated with that conceptual tool. It probably would be difficult to do the software, work with the software until you have the conceptual foundations. And I've drawn this RapidMiner to spill over into Saturday and Sunday. I'm suggesting that you work on the assignment for that week that will pull together both the conceptual component as well as the hands-on tool. It will require you to put those two things together in the context of a business problem. Now, these two orange boxes that you see, these are the two online tutorials that I will hold every week. Now, and you will see that in my welcome email. So the first tutorial will be on Wednesday nights from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. And the second will be on Saturday mornings from 9:30 to 10:30. Your attendance at both is purely optional, and both of them will be recorded, so you can view them later on if you want to come back to them, or if you missed them for some reason. The only rule I have is, since attendance is optional, if I go to one of these sessions and I find nobody there at start time, I just terminate the session. As to deliverables, please be very careful about deliverables. Hand them in on time. I have set aside time for grading your assignments. I would like to get them back to you on time as well. So if people hand things late, that really upsets the schedule for doing things, and mostly it'll hurt yourself rather than me. So in terms of timelines, quizzes and assignments will be released on Saturday 11:59 p.m. So you have all of Sunday the previous week, and following into the week that you're working on. So the quiz is due by 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday nights, and I have the tutorial before that. So that's why I suggested if you spend the first 3 days of the week mastering the conceptual content, the quiz is based solely on the conceptual content, and it's meant to ensure that you incentivize that you spend time reading the conceptual content. And then the assignment is due on Sunday night. It's 11:59 p.m. So this is sort of the organization of the week. That's my recommendation to you. Obviously, you are free to organize it any way you wish. Just that these two hard deadlines, one for the quiz and one for the assignment. Please make sure you see the instructions for the quiz. You cannot redo the quiz, so just take them on time. So coming back to wrapping up this introductory video, the course is about extracting patterns from data and making smart business decisions from it. It has two major components. The bulk of the course is devoted to the how of doing data mining. It has two major components. One is conceptual, that is covered in my multimedia lectures. And the second part is the hands-on software that implements those techniques and that you apply to business setting. So with that, that's an overview of the course. I look forward to seeing you on the first week, and I believe the first time we will meet online will be on the Wednesday of that first week at 8:30 p.m. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for watching.